All right, guys, we're back with another product review and unboxing of the Olight Seeker 4 Pro. The very first thing we're going to do is unbox this thing, and then we're going to go over all the details and cool features. So let's jump into the video. All right, so here's the contents minus the boxes that these items came out of, the small boxes. My initial reaction is, wow, I just did a very detailed video on Arc Pro. It'll be out next month, the beginning of next month sometimes. Amazing video. You guys should check that out. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm just impressed by the packaging. Olight just didn't focus on the lights or the product or the functionality. They function on everything. The functionality, the product quality, and the quality of the packing or the box that it's shipped in. And this thing is, the box is super nice. The thank you gestures everywhere, just showing their common courtesy to the customer. Yeah, very impressed with just the packaging alone. But what's included here, what I didn't mention, this is the Halloween edition. This is called the Zombie Green flashlight. And we'll go over all the details in a second. We have a mounting brackets, some 3M tape where you can mount the bracket, I guess, with some 3M tape, or some mounting screws, the USB-C cable, safety warning booklet, user manual, and some initial instructions, which are here. We're gonna do these first before we even touch the light or turn it on. The very first thing we want you to do is remove it from the holster. This thing sits in here firmly. Oh, this is nice. And unscrew it here. Before you power it on, they have an insulating film in here to protect the battery, I guess, preserve the shelf life of it. Just want you to remove this. And you want to make sure this head side of the battery, or the plus side, is facing the head of the flashlight, the top of the flashlight. So this is in correctly already. Make sure we're back screwed down tight. We're gonna put it back in the holster here. Just locks in here firmly. You don't have to worry about it sliding out the holster. And we're gonna charge it before we go over all the details. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna charge this thing up to this max capacity, and then we're gonna go over all the details and then look into all the cool features. All right, let me charge it. The charging is here, USB-C. It's in the holster itself. Move the cable, and we're gonna charge this thing up, and I'll be back when it's fully charged, and we're gonna go over all the details and all the cool features. Amazing looking light. All right, let me charge this thing up, and we'll be back. All right, we're back, fully charged, and we're gonna go over all the details and cool features with this light. Here's the box. We don't need this anymore. We're just gonna go over the light in great detail, guys. Before we remove it from the holster, let's talk about the holster and its capabilities. It has the USB port connected here for charging. Of course, the magnetic charging is once we remove the flashlight, and I'll show you all that as well. This USB-C charging offers charging times of about 1.5 hours, and magnetically is doubled at 3 hours to charge this light. It also acts as a locking mechanism. It locks this flashlight once it's installed in the holster, and it decreases its lumens. For instance, say if it's in turbo mode and we insert it in the holster, it'll decrease those lumens to 600 lumens once it's in the holster. Also, it auto locks once it's in the holster. It's called a quick lock or quick unlock feature. Once you install in the holster, it quickly locks this flashlight. You can't use it unless you rotate the stepless rotator any direction 90 degrees, and we'll talk about that in a second. Or you can quickly remove it from the holster, and it's automatically unlocked now. We can turn it on now. Turn it off. Once we install it in the holster, it automatically locks the light. Can't turn it on. period, unless you rotate the rotator in any direction 90 degrees, and now you're allowed to power it on. As far as the bracket for the holster, I'll mount that in my hutch and I'll just keep it there. You can mount it whatever you like. It also comes with screws to mount the bracket. I'll just use the 3M tape, which is equally as strong. Whatever you want to mount, it's going to have enough hanging force to hold this light without any issues or any problems. You don't have to worry about drilling. So that's pretty much it for the holster. You don't have to worry about this light slipping out this holster because it is a very firm grip and it takes a little force to remove it from the holster. So you have to worry about it slipping out. Oh, I do want to mention they do sell a horizontal mounting bracket for this holster where you're allowed to mount the light on your belt clip horizontally opposed to vertically. So they do sell that. That's optional. All right, let's remove from the holster and go over the light. I guess the very first thing we can talk about, and I should have talked about this before I moved from the holster, this is the Zombie Edition limited Halloween release for this Seeker 4 Pro. And you can see it's the zombie green. That's what it's called, with, I guess, blood splatter on it. Very well made. I think this is so cool. I do want to note, I know this is the Halloween edition colorway. However, I don't know if it's a limited release colorway. But they have 9 different colorways to choose from thus far. And if this is a limited release, I guess you got to go grab it if you want this colorway. But 9 more to choose from. This light is extremely well made. It's aluminum housing. You can take a sledgehammer and beat this thing and it's going to function. There's ridges here. These are here purposely for heat dissipation because this light gets extremely hot in turbo mode. And if you look at the dial, this is the first laser microperforation light in the flashlight industry. There's 1,200 plus holes here to enhance the indicator's visibility. That's encased in a watertight seal with the IPX8 rating. But it still offers aesthetically a very sleek design, futuristic design, very nice made. Olight is really outdoing themselves with these lights, guys. I was impressed reviewing the Arc Pro. The Arc Pro is the multi-purpose light, where this is the multi-functional light. The Arc Pro covers UV light, has a laser on it, flood mode, spot mode, where this focuses strictly on flood mode. But this is an amazing light, and I'll show you all that in a second. There's a rubber texture around the bottom half of this light, which allows for a firm grip. You don't have to worry about this thing slipping out your hand. It has a little weight. It weighs a little bit over 7 ounces. It's a little over 5 inches in length. Also, if you look within here, there's a battery icon here to show you these indicators are for the battery life. And if you look on this side, there's the light indicator showing you what level you're in. And this wheel rotates for stepless lighting levels. The stepless feature gives you a more accurate use of the light opposed to using the steps. And what I mean by that is, I'll use this as a reference. If we hold the light here, I can put it in any mode I desire here with the steps. Let's zoom down and show you guys. So if I want to go to level 1 here, I can just by using that before I even power the light on. I can also power the light on and step up the light. Let me zoom out a little bit. So if we step up, just by rotating the wheel, you get a more accurate use of the light opposed to using it in steps. It allows you to go to full brightness. The stepless feature allows you to scroll through low, medium, and high, not turbo mode. And we'll show you all that in a second when we go out. Also, power down. Also, this light has an automatic locking feature on it. It locks when it's not in use for 10 seconds. So let's wait for 10 seconds and I'll show you all what I'm talking about. You can't use the light once it's been off for 10 seconds. You just can't press the button. Just another cool feature. You don't have to worry about automatically turn this light on in your pocket or something. Okay, it's been off for 10 seconds now. So if I press the button, it won't power on. The only way to power this light on when it goes into lock mode is to rotate it in any direction, 90 degrees, and you can power it on. Also, before we go through all the run times and all the different lighting levels and the lumens those lighting levels offers, this thing has a timer as well. Let me show you guys how to activate the timer. The timer is only a 2-step timer, 3 minutes or 9 minutes. You want to first power it on. Let's rotate it 90 degrees to turn it on. So let's turn the light level down. So we're going to power it on. No matter what level of lighting you're in, you want to power it on, and it'll work. The timer works in any one of the lighting levels. You want to power it on. Press it twice. Hold the second time. It blinked twice. You guys just seen that. Let me do it again for you guys. That single blink means that's the 3-minute timer. If we do it again, that's the 9-minute timer. So this light will stay on for 9 minutes and shut down. So if I do it again, once you press it, it's a double tap, but on the second press, you want to hold it. Bam, bam, hold. That's the single. So it'll stay on for 3 minutes. No matter what light mode you're in, this time is, it works in all the light modes. Do it again, hold, 2. So we're in a 9-minute timer mode. So it'll stay on for 9 minutes. This is in case you want, or anywhere you need light and you're not using your hand, and or you're working in the area, you don't want the light to stay on. So that timer feature is pretty cool as well. Thought that was awesome that they integrated a timer in a flashlight. That's pretty cool. Back in 9 minutes, and we can power it down now. All right, let's go over all the light features here and their run times and lumens. The first mode is moon mode. We're gonna go over. It's the lowest light level on here. This is the longest duration runtime. This thing will run for 15 days using the moonlight feature. It's a long press. Let's first unlock it. 90 degrees in either direction. And moon mode, you just want to hold it. That's the lowest setting on this light. This is moon mode here. It's not the brightest light. It's enough light for you to maybe search for some keys, or if you're somewhere outdoors and you need light, it's still offers ample enough light to see things. It's not the brightest light. However, you can find some keys or something you lost on the ground without any issue. It still offers enough light in moonlight mode. And the duration for this is 15 days. This light can sit somewhere for 15 days and run in moonlight mode. 15 days straight, continuous use off a full charge. And before we carry on, I do want to note this. The runtime of all these light levels that I'm about to explain or go over is within the operational temperature of this light, which is 0 to 40 degrees Celsius, or that's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So all these times are within those temperature durations. All right, you can power out of moonlight, just a single press. Now we can go into just regular mode. We can go stepless with it, which is the first level. We'll just use the steps so you all can see the different run times. Okay, to power it on in low, single press. Oh, we got to unlock it. 90 degrees either way. Single press for low. So we're in low now. This is low. Low produces 50 lumens and it has a 60-hour runtime, so it can sit anywhere for 60 hours continuous use and produce 50 lumens for 60 straight hours. That's impressive. All right, let's power up to the next level, which is medium. Hold it again. We're in 2. The second level on the indicator shows us we're in medium mode. Medium, you guys can see, is super bright now compared to the low mode. It offers 300 lumens and can run continuously like this for 11 hours. And if I feel up here, it's not even warm or hot. And remember, these ridges are for heat dissipation here on the edge of this light. Now, if we go up another level, which is high, that's high mode. The difference between high mode, medium, or low mode is high mode has a duration. At its peak, it's 1200 lumen. However, that decreases the duration of the length of the time that this light is on. It'll drop down to 600 lumens, then to 300 lumens. At 1200 lumens, you have a 135-minute runtime. That's at 100%. At 75%, I believe, it's producing 600 lumens. You have a 35-minute runtime. And at, I believe, 25% here on high, it's producing 300 lumens. You have a 10-minute runtime. So we can go back to level 1. And we can actually turn it off. So the next mode we'll talk about is turbo mode. The Seeker 4 Pro offers its peak lighting in turbo mode. And to get into that, single tap here, where it locks 10 seconds, guys. It locks in 10 seconds. Rotate in direction 90 degrees. So single press here, and then you double tap. And of course, we're gonna go out to this dark road and see all these lights in action. But here we're producing the max 4,600 lumens. However, this is like a burst of light for a short duration of time. This 4,600 lumens will only last for a little less than 3 minutes or approximately 2.5 minutes with the 4,600 lumens. So you get this burst of light for a short duration to see exactly what you need to see, or to offer any lighting or extremely bright lighting to any situation. The difference here between all the lighting is this thing is getting extremely hot here, very hot here. So I'm gonna turn it down as it's getting bright. Actually turn it off. But in turbo mode, the peak lighting is 4,600 lumen for approximately 2.5 minutes. Then as it decreases, it drops down to 1,200 lumens, which is, I believe, at 26%. It will run for 122 minutes, producing 1,200 lumens in turbo mode. And as the battery decreases down again, I believe 13% is producing 600 lumens. You got about a 35-minute runtime when it's producing 600 lumens. I do want to add, the Seeker 4 Pro does not have an SOS feature. However, it does have the strobe feature. Once you power it on, you want to simultaneously tap the button 3 times and you're enter strobe mode. And once you're in strobe mode, you can press the button and hold it. Just a single press and hold it to enter the different light levels while you're in strobe mode. You can scroll through, for instance, low, medium, and high just by holding the button once it's in the strobe setting. Lighting. As far as the IPX8 rating, the Arc Pro has an IPX7 rating, and I submerged it or dropped it in a 5-gallon container, and of course it didn't miss a beat. It still functioned extremely well, and I'm quite sure this will do the same. We're going to submerge this in a 10-gallon container of water, twice the amount the Arc Pro. It should handle that with ease because this does have an IPX8 rating. And let's see what happens when we drop it in a 10-gallon container. It's actually a 16-gallon container, not a 10-gallon container. All right, let's get out to this dark road, guys, that I traveled to find. The darkest road that I've driven on, kind of not that far from my house, a little distance, but of course I've driven across the country. I've driven a lot of places, but this is the darkest road I could find within a decent range. I didn't want to drive too far, but I did want to find a place that I knew that was next to no light. And I knew the perfect road because I have driven up this road well over 1,000 times. So let's get out to the road and see how this light does, and I'll bring the Arc Pro to show you how that does on this ridiculously dark road. All right, we're on the darkest road I could find. Look at this, it's ridiculous out here, guys. I've driven this road 1,000 times, and I know this is extremely dark road that rarely gets any light. You won't see the car right there at all. If I turn, we're with the Arc Pro right now. Let's turn the Arc Pro down. This is low level on the Arc Pro. And you can barely see the car, but it's pitch black out here. And I'm gonna go up another level with the Arc Pro. Another level that's high. Let's say we see the car here, but this road is extremely dark. No light whatsoever. Now let's do turbo mode. Let's go back on low level 1. Turbo mode, Arc Pro, flood, spot. It's so dark out here though. Show you guys. There go the car. Now let's do the Seeker 4 Pro, guys. This is the Arc Pro turbo mode. And it's so dark out here that, you know, it's doing really well, but not like I thought. All right, let's do the Seeker Pro now. You guys can see it right here. I'll turn the Seeker Pro on. Arc light is off. Pitch black. I don't see anything. Oh my goodness, guys. It's so dark out here. So Seeker Pro. You got power. Let's take it out the holster. All right, out the holster. Seeker Pro. Here we go, guys. First level. Pretty good. Got some light. See the car. Signs. It is ridiculous dark out here. Next level. Super bright. All right, here we go. High. Wow. Wow. It's a giant creek over there. It goes way deep. Oh man, look at this, guys. All right, here we go. Let's go back down level 1. Here go turbo mode, 4,600 lumens. Oh wow. This thing. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, I'm blown away. This is a whole different animal. Oh, this light is incredible. This is the darkest road you're gonna find, unless when I was traveling through Nevada and New Mexico, it was darker, but this is one of the darkest roads I've ever driven on besides going out of town or driving to a different state. Look at the distance this thing is putting out. The light is way down there. Just to put it in perspective how dark it is out there, if I face away from the blinking red light down there and face the opposite direction, visibility has to be less than 5 feet in front of me. You can't see within 5 feet in front of you. Just extremely dark out there on that road. All right, guys, we gotta get back in the car now. It's getting too dark out here. Look at this. All right, let's get back in the car and get going. We're gonna get one last video of this. I'm gonna pull over and look down here somewhere. This road is pitch black. Let's try to get. Look at that, guy. This is amazing. This light is amazing. Look at the throw on it, or how far out it shines or illuminates. Wow. Wow. I am amazed at the distance this thing is pushing out. Or this light is producing incredible amount of light for such a small light. All right, let's turn it off and get back to the car. These bugs are getting ridiculous out here. Look, you don't see. I can't see the car, guys. I don't see the car. I gotta run. I don't see the car. I don't see anything. Nothing. Something's on the horizon. Nothing behind me. Nothing. I gotta. Let's turn the light on and see. All right, we're back. What an experience. Very impressed with this light. I will say this light is catered to the outdoorsy person, someone in law enforcement, military, tactical force. However, if you are living in a dark area or a rural location, This light will offer ample enough lighting for the darkest of situations, for long durations of time. Heck, you can even mount two of these things on front of your tractor or your tiller and light up the whole field and work throughout the night. They're so bright. And since Halloween is on the horizon, you can use this Zombie Edition Seeker 4 Pro to accommodate your spooky guests to offer your trick-or-treaters quite the experience. In conclusion, guys, Olight has outdone themselves once again with another wonderful addition to their already fascinating lineup, and I look forward to bringing you guys more detailed reviews as future lights roll out. And if you're interested in purchasing this Zombie Edition Seeker 4 Pro or any of the Seeker 4 Pros or the Arc Pro or the Arc Fill, the link will be in the description box. It doesn't cost anything to go over there and check out all the amazing lights Olight's offer. They're priced extremely well for the quality that they're offering, and I highly recommend going over there, checking them out, and even purchasing the one. These are amazing lights. If not this and the Arc Pro or any of the other lights they offer, Olight offers great quality products. With that being said, guys, it's a wrap for this one. I hope you guys found this review helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Terrence, I'm out.